All the lands are awash with Viking looters. Our own legions war against one another. And now, the Emperor's champion knocks at my door with an army. This will be a day for wolves. Reinforcements! Do not lose this courtyard.
The samurai have breached the second gate. Here they come! Master, Iron Legion, outside our walls.
There you are. And what are you doing, Holden? At last. Move! Hold the samurai. I'll deal with the Iron Legion.
Fortress of the Blackstone Legion. The gates had fallen. The escape tunnels were all blocked. We had them. Catapults were on the upper level.
Hello, and welcome to Let's Play For Honor, episode 19.
The Blackstone Fortress. The Blackstone
Destroying the
Fortress.
catapults was our first priority.
I took it from a petty lord, one of the last leaders in Aspfeld who dared call himself noble. Now, only warriors rule here.
Now, we're here with the rest of the Dawn Empire, as well as the Iron Legion, to finally defeat Apollyon. Both sides are working together, or well, both forces are working together to finally take her down at the Blackstone Fortress. This fortress is very ridiculously gigantic. If you want me to talk about the history of fortresses, this thing is, no, it's like Minas Tirith out of Lord of the Rings. It's just too big to exist. It doesn't even have walls, it's more of one giant superstructure. But, talking about strongholds, strongholds were of course very important in the medieval era. Fortresses were also very important along with castles in Sengoku, Japan. It was when they were developing their own designs for such structures.
Time to rejoin the others.
You see, in the West, they were a bit wider. You had focuses on gatehouses and a very specific route to go through. Whereas in Sengoku, Japan, their castles were designed to be very confusing to go through. But the majority of battles were actually fought out on the field because siege tactics weren't as common. You would see siege tactics more used by Hideyoshi Hashiba or Hideyoshi Toyotomi. He was known as a sort of pioneer of them in Japan.
She would not escape me. We needed to
For sieging this castle, there's almost no point at all to using catapults or trebuchets because of you can't make any sort of solid dent in it. You don't have walls to crack to break through. It'd be much more important to use siege towers or to find the gates and break those down, because you just need to get inside. Other than that, this is like one huge complex. It begs the question of where they're getting supplies from, because for a siege, you typically don't need to crack its defenses. what you need to do is wait them out. It's more often useful to cut off their resources so they can't eat, they can't get water, they can't get whatever supplies they need, whatever medicine they need, anything. Because a castle is a living structure full of people. It needs to have some sort of supplies coming through.
We'd taken the fortress. Now, Okuma and I would start hunting.
They pushed us to the utmost!
Okuma!
Right, sure, why not?
Not quite sure how this puts out the fire, frankly. But whatever.
All that was left was up. Can't let their leaders escape.
This is also the finale for Let's Play For Honor. I was going to do an episode for every character, but I've decided that's probably not a good idea. I don't know if I have enough to talk about for all that and for every character, and I'm not good at every character. But we got a good glimpse of the multiplayer.
I need to buy Okuma time.
Something that we talked a little bit about in the thread, and something I'm kind of very happy about, is how For Honor ended up in regards to gender representation. Because there are quite a few women in For Honor that are treated as strong individuals. They have their own motivations. We don't really see any sort of ugly tropes with women in For Honor, other than just violence against women in general and how that can be treated. But it's pretty even-handed on this, and a lot of it doesn't sort of revel in the brutality of killing a woman in specific. It's more of an incidental thing. What I'm not so happy about, though, is that certain classes are gender restricted. That has always struck me as very odd, and just not a fan of it. I would love to be a giant, buff female lawbringer.
Go. You've got this.
I couldn't risk Apollyon escaping. I had to find her.
Is vast. It has had many owners. Each legion in turn redecorated to suit their own fashion. I prefer to leave their decorations intact. After all, they are no more. Their symbols are now trophies of my kills.
As for the story of For Honor itself, I think it's nice. It's not the most original thing. I mean, when you get down to it, Apollyon is a little bit of a mix of like Senator Armstrong or Big Boss or any other sort of evil dictator general who is trying to get together the most powerful people. The general might makes right sort of ideology. But I think it has a decent message to it. It can be a little bit dark at times, but overall hopeful towards the end, as you'll get to see. I think it maybe spends a bit too much time building up to the whole arc that Apollyon is evil, because to most people it should probably be pretty apparent the moment she appeared she was evil. I mean, she even named herself after a demon and is wearing armor that's like pitch black, covered in spikes and like weird markings.
I could hear knights killing knights.
But here we go, it's time to fight Apollyon.
There.
The Dawn Empire have arrived.
Yield. Face justice.
I'll pass.
I had found her. Now, I needed to survive.
Now, Apollyon is a tough fight. The biggest problem that she deals with is when you can parry her. She's pretty weak to being parried. On normal, hard, and easy, this is not too bad of a fight. On realism, though, it's an entire other different beast because you won't be able to see where attacks are coming from as easily. Without the UI there to help you out, parrying her can be quite a nightmare.
Her skill was greater than mine.
Like the Jarl of Wolves, Apollyon is a 3-stage fight, a bit similar to General, was it Tozan? It's been a little while since I've had to play through that. I don't remember names as easily. You'll see Apollyon, being a warden, actually does incorporate some of the player character's abilities. Just the zone attack, the quick overhand riposte, the side quick attacks. If I remember right, it is possible to get armor in the game for the multiplayer of your warden that looks a bit similar to Apollyon. It's not exact. You don't have her cape, of course. But you can get kind of close.
Death waits for us all. A warrior is someone who does not let that stop them from doing what must be done. Come, warrior.
It would be the end.
Here is the final stage of Apollyon. You'll have to watch out for rocks falling from above, / possibly from a trebuchet, I'm not entirely sure. They'll damage her as well. You want to get away when she's going for her big wind-up unblockable. I'm not quite sure if it could be parried. I did not attempt it. And she does have revenge mode, of course, which is super dangerous and can get you killed if you're hitting her at the time. That's a grab attack. Again, unblockable. You can't interrupt her hits.
It's over. We will have peace.
Peace. So, what happens now? You all just go home? You came into my home. And you brought your armies. What did you think would happen? Peace? That isn't how the world works. Don't speak to me of your virtues. Duty. Kinship. Honor. You've forgotten what you are.
You want war. Only war.
All I want is for you to admit what you are. All of you. My wolves.
You know the rest.
7 more years of bloody...
One against the other. For what?
To weed out the weak.
Why did you call us here, Cross?
I didn't. I was sent by the new Lord Warden. To make amends.
Thousands of my people dead!
Well, here's your chance for vengeance.
We've shared our stories, like your Lord Warden requested. Now, why are we here?
Peace.
Peace.
Even if it were possible, we're no peacemakers.
Is it an unworthy goal?
Well, no. Is this how it starts?
It would have to start with us.
We will die in this attempt. You know that.
But it would make a worthy tale.
And that is the story of For Honor. It is a little bit hopeful at the end there, but there's still this persistence that war will keep on going on between these people. But that there is a reason to fight for peace, and that even if you may die in the process, it's worth it. That was Let's Play For Honor. That is the end of the story, and the end of this LP. Thank you all for watching and listening, and I will see you next time in the next LP.